Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 deadliest pandemics in history. From ancient plagues to modern-day viruses, these pandemics have shaped human history in profound ways. These microscopic invaders have tested our resilience and left an indelible mark on our species. Join me as we journey through time, exploring the origins, impact, and scientific breakthroughs from these global health crises. In the dying days of the First World War, a new and invisible enemy emerged. The 1918 influenza pandemic, often referred to as the Spanish flu, swept across the globe with terrifying speed. This deadly strain of influenza mutated into something far more lethal. It attacked the young and healthy with a ferocity that shocked doctors and scientists alike. The virus spread like wildfire through the trenches of Europe, aided by the movement of troops. Hospitals were overwhelmed, medical supplies ran short, and mass graves became a grim necessity. By the time the pandemic subsided in 1920, it had claimed an estimated 50 to 100 million lives. The Black Death remains one of the most devastating pandemics in human history. In the mid-14th century, this plague, caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis, swept across Asia, Europe, and North Africa. Transmitted by fleas that lived on rodents, the Black Death spread rapidly through crowded cities and villages. The symptoms were horrific: swollen lymph nodes, fever, chills, and blackening of the skin. Death often came within days. Medieval medicine had no answer for this terrifying plague. People turned to prayer, superstition, and even self-flagellation in a desperate attempt to appease what they believed was God's wrath. It decimated populations, wiping out an estimated 30 to 60% of Europe's inhabitants. This demographic catastrophe led to social upheaval, economic decline, and a lasting fear of disease. In the early 1980s, a mysterious new illness began to emerge, primarily among gay men in the United States. This illness, later identified as acquired immune deficiency syndrome, or AIDS, was caused by the human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV. HIV, a retrovirus that attacks the body's immune system, spread silently at first. People living with AIDS were often stigmatized and ostracized. Researchers worked tirelessly to identify the virus, understand its transmission, and develop treatments. The development of antiretroviral drugs in the mid-1990s marked a turning point in the fight against AIDS. While HIV/AIDS remains a global health challenge, the progress made in understanding and treating the virus stands as a testament to the power of scientific research and collaboration. In late 2019, a novel coronavirus emerged in Wuhan, China, rapidly spreading from a local outbreak to a global pandemic. The virus, officially named SARS-CoV-2, caused a respiratory illness known as COVID-19. The world watched in alarm as COVID-19 spread across continents, overwhelming healthcare systems and forcing billions into lockdown. Scientists around the world raced to understand the virus, develop diagnostic tests, and create effective vaccines. The development and rollout of COVID-19 vaccines in record time offered a glimmer of hope. As the world continues to grapple with the long-term effects of COVID-19, the pandemic serves as a stark reminder of our interconnectedness and the importance of investing in public health infrastructure. In 2003, a new and highly contagious respiratory illness emerged in Guangdong, China. Severe acute respiratory syndrome, or SARS, was caused by a previously unknown coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2. SARS spread rapidly through international travel, causing panic and prompting swift action from health authorities. Symptoms included fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, and the virus had a fatality rate of around 10%. Through rigorous contact tracing, isolation of infected individuals, and public health measures, the SARS outbreak was contained within months. Although SARS had a relatively short lifespan, it served as a stark reminder of the potential for infectious diseases to spread rapidly in an age of globalization. In the summer of 1968, a new strain of influenza emerged in Hong Kong, quickly spreading throughout Asia and then across the globe. The 1968 pandemic, caused by the H3N2 subtype of the influenza A virus, became known as the Hong Kong flu. While less deadly than the 1918 pandemic, the Hong Kong flu still had a significant impact, causing widespread illness and overwhelming healthcare systems. Symptoms included fever, cough, sore throat, and muscle aches. Despite efforts to contain the virus, it reached most parts of the world within months of its emergence. The 1968 pandemic highlighted the challenges of controlling influenza outbreaks, particularly in an era of increasing global travel. It also underscored the importance of vaccine development and public health preparedness. Although the Hong Kong flu had a significant impact, it serves as a reminder that influenza viruses continue to pose a threat to global health. Tuberculosis, a bacterial infection that primarily attacks the lungs, has plagued humanity for millennia. Caused by the bacterium Mycobacterium tuberculosis, TB can spread through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes. Throughout history, tuberculosis has been a major cause of death, particularly in crowded and impoverished communities. Symptoms can include a persistent cough, chest pain, weakness, weight loss, fever, and night sweats. The development of antibiotics in the mid-20th century offered a powerful weapon against tuberculosis. However, the emergence of drug-resistant strains of TB in recent decades has posed a significant challenge to global health efforts. The fight against tuberculosis requires a multi-pronged approach, including early diagnosis, effective treatment, and addressing social determinants of health such as poverty and malnutrition. Typhus, a group of bacterial diseases spread primarily by lice and fleas, has caused devastation throughout history, particularly during times of war and famine. The most common type, epidemic typhus, is caused by the bacterium Rickettsia prowazekii. Typhus thrives in crowded and unsanitary conditions, making it a constant threat in refugee camps and war zones. Symptoms include high fever, severe headache, muscle aches, rash, and delirium. Throughout history, typhus outbreaks have decimated armies and ravaged civilian populations. The development of antibiotics in the 20th century provided an effective treatment for typhus. While typhus outbreaks are less common today, the disease remains a concern in parts of the world where poverty, overcrowding, and poor sanitation persist. Deep within the rainforests of Central Africa, a deadly virus lurks, capable of causing severe hemorrhagic fever with a high fatality rate. The Marburg virus, first identified in 1967, is a rare but highly lethal pathogen. The virus is believed to be transmitted to humans from fruit bats, and human-to-human transmission occurs through contact with infected bodily fluids. Symptoms include fever, muscle pain, headache, vomiting, diarrhea, and, in severe cases, internal and external bleeding. Outbreaks of Marburg virus disease are sporadic and often occur in remote areas, making containment a challenge. There is no specific treatment for Marburg virus disease, and care is primarily supportive. The threat of Marburg virus underscores the importance of ongoing surveillance, rapid response efforts, and research into emerging infectious diseases. Cholera, an acute diarrheal illness caused by the bacterium Vibrio cholera, has been a scourge on humanity for centuries. The bacterium thrives in contaminated water and food, and infection can lead to severe dehydration, shock, and death if left untreated. Symptoms include profuse watery diarrhea, vomiting, and muscle cramps. Cholera outbreaks often occur in the wake of natural disasters, conflicts, and other humanitarian crises. While cholera can be fatal, it is treatable with oral rehydration therapy, a simple and effective solution. The fight against cholera requires a multifaceted approach, including improving water and sanitation infrastructure, promoting hygiene practices, and ensuring access to oral rehydration therapy. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on history and science. From the Black Death to COVID-19, pandemics have shaped our world in profound ways, testing our resilience and reminding us of our shared vulnerability. As we move forward, it's crucial to remember the lessons learned from these pandemics, to invest in public health infrastructure, and to support scientific research so that we can be better prepared for the challenges that lie ahead.